Hello and welcome to another episode of License to Fly Season 2. I am Supriya Swaminathan, your host for the day. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on what's next after you have crossed the first big hurdle, the Indigo cabin crew interview. Now, it's time for 3 months of rigorous training that happens here at the state-of-the-art Indigo's iFly Academy. The training here will test you, inspire you, and if you let it, transform you. Every day here shapes your character, making you more resilient yet graceful. So much so that no matter the hurdles, you thrive with confidence and grace. And by the time the training ends, you come out as someone who embodies the heart and soul of Indigo. So, without further ado, let's find out what the cabin crew training at iFly is all about. Let's get into the heart-pounding stuff. Simulated evacuations and emergency procedures. With me, I have Mr. Ajit, our safety and emergency training expert. Hi, Ajit.
Hi Supriya, thank you for having me.
You know what? I am excited to explore this side of a cabin crew's life that is not often talked about. Could you give us an overview of what the cabin crew recruits go through in this stage of training?
Absolutely, I'll be happy to. So safety and emergency procedures are at the core of cabin crew training. We ensure that every crew member can handle emergencies without hesitation, whether it's a medical crisis or an evacuation. For that, we have extensive simulation drills. Our mock-up facility is equipped to recreate various emergency situations, including fires, evacuations, and in-flight turbulence. The recruits get a real taste of what it feels like to be in an actual in-flight emergency. We also teach them how to handle oxygen bottles, firefighting tools, and medical kits.
Let's be honest. Most people go through their lives without ever learning to use these equipment which are life-saving. So it can be daunting at first for anyone to handle this equipment. My question is, how do you keep their spirits up when recruits struggle with these drills?
See, training is about learning from mistakes. So we always encourage trainees to have a little laugh at themselves afterward and not be bogged down by failure. Eventually, with repeat practice, you just get it.
That is so true. It took us all a while till we could be comfortable. I recall going back to my apartment and secretly trying to operate the fire extinguisher. My neighbors saw me and panicked, thinking there was a fire in the building. The next thing, we had the fire alarms going off.
So that is commitment right there. No fire extinguisher can take out the fire in the belly.
That's true.
So now, along with these drills, we also emphasize customer management, which involves communicating effectively, especially with customers who have special needs. In real emergencies, calm communication can save lives.
This is vital. Also, how does one stay calm during emergencies?
It's simple. If you know your procedures thoroughly, you will not panic. Repetition and practice build muscle memory, and teamwork is the key here. Believe in your training and your team, which brings us to crew resource management or CRM training. We have meticulously wired out systems to teach them how to work like a well-oiled machine. We also equip them to manage fatigue without stressing out, and all this while maintaining impeccable communication at all times.
Ajit, thank you very much. Meeting you is reassuring that our recruits are in the most competent hands.
Likewise, with you women on the flights, we are reassured that our customers have the best taking care of them.
Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. In aviation security training, recruits learn about various threats, including bomb threat recognition and responses. I am joined by our aviation security instructor, Mukul, with over 11 years of experience in aviation security. Hi, Mukul.
Hi Supriya, it's good to have you back. How are you doing?
I am doing really well. It is always good to be back here at iFly. So, Mukul, could you walk us through the aviation security training and what is its purpose?
Absolutely Supriya. Our goal is to prepare the crew for anything that might threaten the flight safety, from recognizing restricted articles to handling bomb threats and unlawful interference. To learn these things, the trainees undergo various drills. For example, one of the key drills involves bomb threat responses, particularly LRBL procedure, which means least risk bomb location. This is the location in the aircraft where we would move any suspicious object that might pose a risk, keeping the customers and crew as safe as possible.
As cabin crew, we always hope that we never have to encounter such a situation. But honestly, it can be nerve-wracking. That said, what do you tell your recruits about keeping their cool during such situations?
Stress response is normal, but it's all about preparedness. We teach the crew to stay focused on their training. When you have rehearsed the procedure enough, it becomes second nature. Also, knowing how to work as a team helps maintain a calm environment.
And self-defense is another part of aviation security. Can we also talk about that, please?
Yes, we train the crew in basic self-defense techniques. We need to ensure they can protect themselves if a situation gets out of control. Our techniques are simple but effective. It's all about quick, decisive moves.
And we also learn to identify threats.
That's right. Threat recognition is a crucial part of aviation security. We train them to spot explosive devices and restricted articles in both customers' baggage and on board. The ability to recognize these threats is essential to flight safety.
I have to say this. We owe it to you guys for making this training so comprehensive. It's because of this training we are able to do what we do every day without worrying.
Customers or employees, anyone flying, your safety and comfort is all that matters. And every day we work tirelessly, striving to make it even safer and comfortable up there. And of course, we are proud of all our crew members, the cabin crew team who are able to live up to the high safety standards of Indigo. It's marvelous.
Thank you so much, Mukul. It really means a lot. And I appreciate you sharing the details so generously. Last but definitely not least, we are with Dr. Ashish Reji, a medical professional who has seen it all. Ashish, let's start by highlighting what makes the first aid program at Indigo stand out.
Sure. Well, the first aid training at Indigo is unique because it's simulation based. We use digital mannequins that mimic real-life emergencies while practicing procedures like CPR, childbirth, or addressing trauma. This allows our trainees to practice in an environment that feels very real. Ultimately, when the time comes, they are ready.
All right. So, for our audience unfamiliar with simulators, can you explain how they work?
Of course, the simulator responds to trainees' actions. For example, while performing CPR, if the trainees do the procedures correctly, the condition of the mannequin improves. But if they make any mistakes, the condition of the mannequin deteriorates. This kind of feedback is invaluable in building confidence and competence in emergencies.
Oh, it most definitely does. I can't tell you how many times we have had such a situation, and I'm glad we could handle it. Thanks to the training.
Doesn't it feel great to save someone from potentially losing their loved ones?
Can't put it in words.
And as you know, Supriya, from minor injuries like cuts or burns to serious situations like choking or unconsciousness, we equip our trainees to handle every situation effectively. It reassures the customers that they'll be taken care of.
Apart from simulators, what more does the training entail?
So we literally train our trainees on everything that could happen on board, from a nose bleeding to a cardiac arrest and even childbirth. Practical training helps the crew get familiar with how it really feels to perform these procedures. So when facing real-life medical situations, they are better prepared to take the right decision.
It makes quite a difference. Since we have been trained for such situations before, it makes things a little less intimidating, especially the first time. Well, that will be all. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashish, for being here today.
No problem at all. In fact, Supriya, I was looking forward to this. I had a very good time here. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. Now you see why they say cabin crew are heroes. When things get tough at 35,000 feet, you can rely on us. We lead when it matters, fighting fires, saving lives, and ensuring your safety come what may. While the primary role of cabin crew is to ensure customer safety and security, there is much more to their responsibilities. Join us in the next episode as we dive into the art of poise, communication, and customer service, and the magic behind delivering seamless customer experiences. Until next time, stay curious and keep aiming for the skies. This is Supriya Swaminathan signing off.